Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, tonight we've got Laura back in the kitchen. And what are you making, Laura?
I'm making 2 tray bakes tonight. Tried to make them a bit less complicated than my donuts and dips. So we're doing a lemon and blueberry crumble tray bake, which I've got here, and then also a strawberry and mascarpone tray bake with meringue kisses on top.
And you're doing it all yourself tonight, aren't you?
Yes.
No assistant.
No Harrison to help. What a shame. What a shame. Well, I'm going to leave Laura to get on with the demo, okay, and then I've got a few things to show because she needs a bit of a breather. I've got 7 minutes, she's told me.
Time watching.
I will. So we've got 7 minutes. We've also got the camera down there as well. So hi, everybody.
Where's it looking?
There, look. So that you can see Laura run down. Unfortunately, you haven't got the whole kitchen that me and Karen give you because Laura uses far more pots than us. So we've just done half of it. So you can see her running down.
To see all the mess.
No, absolutely. So I'm going to get over here and get on comments, leave Laura to it, and I'm sure we're going to be in for a great night. But before we start, I'm just going to ask Simon to click that little bit up, the little bit that we all look into.
Like that?
Yeah, there you go, it's better. No, it's
like
lay
that.
like that. Right, I'll leave you to it, Laura.
Okay, so hello everybody. So as I just said, I'll just quickly run through again what I'm making even. So this is a lemon and blueberry tray bake with a crumble topping. So that's one of the ones that we're doing, and then I'm also going to do another tray bake, which is a flavoured sponge with strawberries, fresh strawberries, mascarpone, and then we're going to make some of the whipping it up meringues to crush on top and have a few meringue kisses as well. So this one I've got pre-ready, the other one's ready for us to finish tonight. So I hope everybody's going to follow this one much easier. Last week was a bit of a minefield for me as well as everybody else at home. I think you were all getting a bit like, what's going on in here? There was a lot that I was trying to get through, and I was just trying to make sure that I had all the donuts and all the dips at the same time so that it'd just be in one live and then you had everything.
Well, Laura, I did read all the comments and they absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
so it was great.
I was worn out afterwards, but we got there in the end.
I'm looking after Harrison.
Yeah, so I've not brought him tonight, so quiet, relaxed night tonight. Okay, so I'm going to start with making the whipping it up meringues first because it does take some time to whip up, and then as Mum said, she's going to come in and show you some other bits while waiting for that. So she's got 7 minutes roughly. So I'm going to get started and we're going to weigh out. So I'm using the strawberry milkshake whipping it up tonight. And you need a clean mixing bowl. Make sure that it's completely wiped inside and clean with a whisk. So we need 250 grams of the whipping it up. And I've preset my oven as well to 100 degrees fan. You're going to say something, Mum?
So Anne Meacher says, I think you did an amazing job, especially with your little boy to look after.
Yeah.
To be fair, there was lots of positive comments, as much as you were all slightly stressed out, and so was I. And I'm there messaging Karen for fun, like, Karen. But anyhow, the thing is that, to be fair to Harrison, there's a nice big gap here, so he looked a lot closer than he actually was. And he didn't touch anything, because if he had, he would have been screaming his head off, but he was fine, and he is wondering why he's not allowed to come tonight.
I know, he did ask if he could come, and I said, no, you can't come because you don't listen, you don't do as you're told. And he said, I've just weighed out 100 grams, I don't know why I've done that, I need 250. And he said, I just want to be on camera. So I think his days when he was baking with Grandma has become a thing that he actually wants to do again at some point. So Grandma can have him.
Oh, don't do that.
Sounds
to me.
like
Have
a
you
plan.
gone away for the summer?
Yes, but he can come back early for his little Facebook Live. I think I might have to pretend to do some at home and pretend that we're filming it, so he gets his little fits.
Yeah, that's good. Does he not ask you to watch it after?
He watches some of it, but then he clicks off then.
Yeah.
He likes the live. Likes to be in it. Okay, so 250 grams of the whipping it up going into the mixing bowl.
We've got a nice audience, Laura, just under 200 people watching. Okay. So if you'd all like to share, that would be absolutely brilliant. Just to remind all your friends that we're around and tell them to get out the garden, stop sunbathing, get back in here with us, or to take their iPad out into the garden. It's lovely out there, isn't it?
So we're going to add in 70 ml of tepid water, which is just room temperature water. And pour that in. And then I'm just going to give it a little chop in. Give it a little stir in. I've just realised that we've not said hello to Simon tonight, have we?
Oh no, sorry. No.
Simon is here with us being quiet.
Simon, would you like to say a little hello to your YouTubers? Maybe
hello, YouTubers.
Maybe give them an early start.
Yes. We've got Jill Cook and Jackie Beavis at the moment.
Brilliant.
We've both said hello.
Good. And should we discuss what colour beard you've got today then, Simon?
I dyed it red a few days ago, but it's faded.
It looks like it's an orange.
It's gone orangey.
It has gone a bit orange.
Yeah. So he's got a minging burnt orange beard.
So you got away with it. Is that why?
And it's at times like this that I really need to tell him to get it off.
That's why you stay quiet, Simon. We're just going to set that on a low speed to start with.
I need to make a camera adjustment so that we can see in the bowl, I think.
Okay,
Because
I'm just going to quickly...
disappeared down there.
Ah, okay.
We can't see it very well, you see, so at the moment we can see that, so we can't see the bowl very well.
Just pull your utensils out and push it near. That help you?
I'll just
Work
nudge the camera over slightly, I think, in a second.
Okay.
So I'm just going to have a little scrape down and then we're going to put it on a bit of a faster speed. So we need this now to whip up for about 7 minutes. This is where Mum gets to come in.
Oh right, is it now?
Yeah.
Oh right, oh okay.
No time to sit and enjoy yourself.
Okay, right.
Just a minute, just a minute.
I'm going to move all this out the way. Yeah, she's on the clock here.
Always give me 7 minutes. It took me 5 minutes to get on my chair. Right, let me just move that out of the way then. So I was showing you the new boxes that is actually in this afternoon. So if anybody wants to watch the new product live, do go back and see the, it was on at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but if you go to the website sugarandcrumbs.co.uk, there's a pink banner that goes across the top. If you're looking via your iPad or computer, if you're not doing that and you're on a phone, look at the little 3 hamburger lines, okay, click into there, drop down to FB Live wish list, and then it's the very first one, the product live there. So new boxes that are in. So Laura, can I get you to pass? So these are in, so these are holding 12 cupcakes, so it's like having a bouquet of flowers. How pretty do they look? So they're in. I've been waiting for these to come in for such a long time, so I was ever so pleased when the supplier got them in. So I messaged them when I first saw them. So how lovely are they? Can you see those, Simon?
Yeah, I can.
So these are some of the cupcakes we did this afternoon. So these pink ones here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we did this afternoon in class, so they're nice. And these ones here, I did these darker ones I did when Rachel Hannah was in the kitchen. Oh, and I did that yellow one this afternoon as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we did this afternoon, and the other 6 are what I did with Monday. And then all the other ones that I made today went with the cakes that I took down to my little afternoon celebrating Rachel's life. So those of you who know about it will know about my lovely friend Rachel, and she would have been 40 today, so we had a celebration of her life in the park this afternoon. So this is that one, okay. I don't know the prices off by heart, you just have to have a little look on the website. So then we've got donut treat boxes, okay, so you can put your donuts in. So this is a 10-inch one, so you can fit 9 donuts in there. These are Morrison's own. We haven't actually done our own. So sent Karen off to Morrison's this morning and said, right, give me some donuts for the box. So Simon's got them in. So I'm going to send them home with Laura, because I think the kids Harrison loves donuts, doesn't he? So he'll be having them. That'll keep him happy. And then in the other donut box, which is an 8-inch one, these are Claire Corbett's, okay, so we can't send these off because they're old. But if you are doing Claire Corbett's treat box, this is one of the items that she's doing for the treats. So there's loads of things that she's doing, all right? But so she's going to show you how to make these wonderful things. So Simon's put them in there now. But aren't they pretty? That's lovely. So that's the donut treat box. So it's a size 8-inch and a 10-inch. Yep. Sorry about the mark on there. Right, let's move those out of the way. And then we've got... Now this is a chocolate box. But I was telling the ladies today that I actually think it's too deep for chocolates. So I've actually called it a chocolate macaron box. And I think I was quite right to do that. How did you find putting the chocolates in? Did they just disappear, Simon?
I didn't even try.
Didn't it look like it? Yeah, it looked like to me that they were going to disappear. So it is called a chocolate treat box, but I will tell you what would be good. So a lot of you have bought the BWB moulds, of the truffle moulds, and then you put your fluff in. So I think it would be great for doing those, and you're doing your walnut whips styles. So they would go in nicely. And then we've dusted these with Wonder Dust, all right? So that's for your macarons. And then chocolates. So this is a 24 cavity box for chocolates. So these come in sets of 2, by the way. So everything comes in sets of 2. So they look nice, don't they? All dusted with the Wonder Dust. And then you've got, we didn't have any pizza slices, so these come in packs of 10. All on the website, they're all available. So they're nice, they look a lot better, don't they, with products in. So Simon sent me the white box images, so I put those on. I'm just waiting for him to send me the images with these products in. So we'll get those out, like that. And then we've got the 6 box. So we haven't got a full set of cupcakes in here because we had to use some of those out of there and some in here. So I've had to nick 2 of Claire Corbett's cakes out of here. But that looks nice, doesn't it? So you got your plastic, full perspex plastic lid on here. So I think that looks nice. Should we do a bit of stroking? Yeah, nice that, isn't it? Feels nice. So there we go. And then this one's nice. This one's a cupcake hamper box. So this one here, you can fit 2 cupcakes in. And then again, we borrowed Claire Corbett's, what she's doing for the treat box. So any of you ladies who are doing the treat class with her, she's doing this as well. But I've nicked them out of her box and put them in our box. So just to save time, because these boxes came in yesterday and I needed Simon to take photographs of them. So he dashed up this morning to get them. So I said, right, let's nick all Claire Corbett's stuff out. So Claire, if she's watching, she'll be wondering, well, I'm sure that was my teddy. But anyhow, these are what you're going to learn in the class as well. So you've got your cakesicles, you've got your little teddies, you're going to do this nice artwork. I love these cupcakes with the same design on. They look so lovely, don't they? Really, very, very nice. And then there's a free box. And then there's the free cupcake box. Because you know, sometimes we give 2 cupcakes away and then there's 3 in the family. So they look nice. Or that person who likes to have that extra one. So there you go. And we did these in class. So those 2 we did in class today. No, we never. Sorry. Did those on Monday. So when I was ruffling my piping bags, those were Mondays they were. Yeah. All right then. So that's those. And I think I have shown you everything there now. Yeah, I am. So we've got new spatulas in. Sorry, nicking my strawberries. So we've got new spatulas in. Laura's using those. So they come in pink and in blue. At the moment, the pink one has got a blue image, but as soon as Simon sends me through the images, they'll be changed tomorrow. So he's hoping I'm going to get them by what time tomorrow, Simon?
I'm not here in the morning.
Eh? Oh yeah, he's here in the morning, so that means I'm not getting them till tea time. Yeah, so. And I'll make sure I get my images before he sorts his beard out, because I don't need to see him over the weekend, so he can muck about with that over the weekend. So if you do see the spatula on the website with 2 blue images, it's rather we best have some image than no image. But if you want a pink one, there's the pink one. Obviously you're going to get a nice clean one. Yeah. And then there's loads of other bits as well. Pardon? You've got your weights and measures on the side. A conversion chart. I mean, to be fair, I would never. Do you ever use these conversion charts?
I do use a lot of American recipes.
Do you? Oh right, well it has got the American recipes on there. I never use them, but for those of you who do, it's on the back. And then there was loads of other things, and of course there's the mini nifty nozzles as well. So all of you want to pre-order them, get them pre-ordered. They are going like hotcakes at the moment. So grab them while you can. I'm going to do another live next week on them. I know I've got 14 seconds, 15 seconds over my 7 minutes, but you had a minute. So I'm going to be doing another live on them next week, sometime next week, where I'm just going to concentrate on them and show you how to use them to get them pre-ordered. Right, so I'm going to let Laura back in, and I'm going to sit over here and eat strawberries.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did I do, guys? You packed my tray up.
No, it did.
No, my other tray. Which way am I at?
The tray what?
I realised I packed them away.
However. Sorry. I'm just like the left
Packing me up to go home already. Right, so I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. I didn't want to make it too loud because then you wouldn't be able to hear Mum talking. So I'm just going to speed that up a little bit. And while we're waiting, we're just going to get our tray ready for the meringues and our bag. So we just need a large baking sheet and your baking paper. There we go. And then I need a piping bag, which I've got a huge selection to choose from.
Yeah, they're asking for a pink beard time and a Sugar and Crumbs
Pink.
one.
If you could just get it to match this, Simon, it'd be great.
Okay.
No
For one day
pressure.
only.
Surely you'd rather walk around with a nice pink beard than that what you think you've got round your lips at the moment.
But you know, each to their own, Simon, each to their own. Okay, so we just need a nozzle of your choice that you want to use. And get that ready in your piping bag as well. So I did preheat the oven when I got here before to 100 degrees fan. And the recipe for the whipping it up meringues is already on the website. So I use this recipe a lot for all different things, and I just like to add little bits of meringues to different recipes and desserts just because it gives that little crunch. Now I did have a bit of a disaster earlier today because I wanted to have some ready so that I could bake these ones, put them in the oven, and because they take about 40 minutes, then put the cooling and the rest of it, thought I'll have some pre-made. So I made some this morning, and I just couldn't work out what I was doing wrong because as soon as I'd mixed them, they kept doing this little splodge out the side, and it's because I'd used the colour mill colours and they're oil based and they don't work well with these. So if you're going to colour your meringues, you need to make sure that you're using the gel colours, like the colour splash. So I'm going to just break these up so they're not wasted, they taste nice, they just don't look as presentable as what I wanted them to be to go on my cake. So we're going to crush those up and they're going to go on top of my strawberry tray-bake. Oh, you're going to say something? I always feel like you're going to say something.
No, I did tell the lady, yeah, Janie Scott's just saying, I did tell them that you were having a bit of a meltdown this afternoon.
Yeah.
And I put it down to the warm weather. Then after the live...
It was really hot in my house and I was like, well, I've made meringues loads of times. What is going wrong?
But then after the live, she did ring Karen and say that she was using colour mill. I said, well, there's your problem. Colour mill is oil based and it's great for the Swiss meringue buttercream, but for the meringue, you need to be using the water-based colour.
Okay. So we've got a water-based colour that we're testing out tonight, which I'm going to add to this. So
Just a drop.
Just a drop. Been told just a drop. So what we're looking for with the meringue is for it to whip up so it's holding its shape. So when you lift the meringue, the whisk up from the bottom, you've got that shape that's holding and it's not dripping down in any way. So I'm just going to add 1 drop of this colour.
We can add more drops, but just mix
We'll
it
do
in
one
a bit
at a time.
Yeah.
We'll give that a whisk in. I only want like
That's only half a drop.
quite a tail drop anyway. Oh, I can't get these drops right, can I?
Half a drop.
Half a drop. I've added half a drop, so we'll go other half a drop. I would say that was a drop, but
Yeah.
Depends on your desired colour. I just want a nice little touch of pink. Hard to tell with the light, isn't it?
I know, might need to add another drop,
I'm
Laura.
going to add another drop.
Just wait to add a drop at a time. We're testing it. So all I want to know is see how many drops you need to put in to get a colour.
Well, I would say I've used 3 drops. You'd say I've done 3 half a drops.
No, I would say that you used 2.5 drops.
2.5 drops. Okay, so I just want a nice touch of pink, which I've got there. So piping bag at the ready. I'm just going to use a little bit of the meringue underneath my sheet to keep it down. Got matching nails to all the pinkness. Strawberry one smells so good.
I know, they always smell so good, don't they?
Harrison caught me licking the bowl today. He was like,
What
have
you
you
licking
got?
the bowl?
Yeah. He's like, what have you got? I was like, nothing. It's only his job. Just get that in.
When we went to Ireland, our kids all like licking the bowl, but when we went to Ireland, John's nieces, they just loved it. They were nose diving into it. But once they'd licked the bowl and the whisk and the spoon, that was it. They weren't interested in anything else.
Yeah. That's Harrison all over. He'd just eat all that.
Yeah. And the good thing with using the whipping it up, if you do eat it, it's already pasteurised egg, so you're quite safe to have it.
Okay, so I'm going to do a few different sizes. So I want some big ones, and then I want some smaller ones, just so I can dot them around on top of the tray bake.
Are they coming out there to shut now, Laura?
Yes, they are.
They were flopping before.
Yeah, they were coming out like with the shape, and then they just disappeared. I was like, what have I done?
Geraldine Anna says, no, not Laura licking the bowl. I just thought that was Jasmine. No. We all have a family habit of it, unfortunately.
When Mum said that we've got a camera on the behind the scenes bit, I was like, what? That's my licking the bowl section. I'm going to get caught now. So you're going to have more than enough for this tray bake. You are going to have some extra. But I always think that you're better doing the 250 grams just to get the nice whip. It's not too low in the bowl.
Well, the thing is, you can always keep them and make yourself eat a mess afterwards.
Yeah, definitely.
And to be fair, you wouldn't. Something. To be fair, just keep them in the bowl and keep scoffing them. Just as they
well, that's the thing. I've not stopped touching them today.
Yeah, dip them in chocolate. They're lovely. Don't need to do anything else with them.
Well, they're just so versatile, aren't they? And at the weekend, we had some family up that was gluten free, so it was just perfect that I had some meringues already ready.
We've got
there's your dessert.
We've got a few bowl lickers here. Viv got our grandson Max loves licking the spoon. He's been at it today with lemon drizzle over the chocolate cakes. Mandy Harvey loves it as a kid and still does it now.
I think we all do it, really,
says, I love
don't we?
eating the whipping it up straight from the bowl. I have to agree with you, so do I.
Me too. Or just so like this. Well, there's a bit left. No, there's like half a packet. Okay, so put that to the side, and I'm going to put them in the oven. So the smaller that you do these, the less time that they need baking. The ones that I did today gave them half an hour. So these are really small. These are probably a bit smaller than what I've already done. So just keep an eye on them. The 100 degrees fan on the electric fan, just put them in and just check on them after about 20 minutes, and then just keep doing it until they lift up from the paper. So we'll put them in and then we'll keep an eye on them.
Give them a wave, Laura.
Are you following
Simon
me?
missed it. How did you miss it? She was going that way.
Too close, isn't it?
Hang on, I'll start again. Here I go.
The bowl's out of sight.
So Harrison's not here tonight, Elaine. He's been banned from the kitchen by Laura. He did ask why he wasn't coming, and she said because he doesn't listen. And he says all he wants to do, he wants to be on the camera, that's all.
Well, he wants to be on the camera. He's definitely...
and Annette Lawson says she always licks the bowl because she can't waste any.
Well, that's it. You don't want to waste it because then people will look down on you and say, should I be wasting it?
Lick the spoon, lick everything.
Okay, so while they're now cooking, we're going to move on to our sponge.
And Debbie Hargreaves says you have to taste for quality control.
Well, yeah, of course.
Anne Reynolds has made marshmallows at the weekend and she can't stop eating them. Did you make Laura's recipe or did you make another recipe?
Okay, so you need 250 grams of margarine.
That's a question for Simon. Come on, Simon, says Jenny Morwood. What's the gas mark?
For what?
Fan.
For the fan.
100.
It's just going to Google now.
No, good.
And Lisa Matusha looks the catwalk stroll.
It's what I do when I'm at home.
And Elaine Lawton's come back and said, bless little Harrison, because she loves seeing him in the kitchen. And Kathy Eaton says, I love Laura, she's so funny.
I'll tell my husband that.
What temperature was it?
100 degrees fan.
100 degrees fan?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's low. I think it's
low.
like number 1, isn't it?
No, it's less than 1.
Is it less than 1?
Less
Yeah,
than 1.
very low. I had to laugh at Laura tonight when she came in because
Half
I rang...
or a quarter.
Half, is it? Yeah. So I rang Laura while I was in the car before. I said, Laura, if you don't want to do the live tonight, it's all right, I'll do it for you. So she said, no, it's all right. Anyway, when she came in, she said, thank God, Mum, I didn't have it on loudspeaker.
Yeah, my husband would just be saying, yeah, don't do it. Stay at home, look after the kids. I was like, no. Baked everything, I'm ready. Didn't go through me disaster meringues today to not come and show you the right way to do it. Okay, so 250 grams of margarine in there.
Jamie says thank you.
And then we're going to use 150 grams of caster sugar. Gone over again. 150 grams of caster sugar, and then we're going to top it up with, I'm using the strawberry and pistachio in my sponge.
Somebody's using that today. They said on the line that they use it. It's so lovely.
Yeah.
Who was that who said they love it? The strawberry and pistachio is really good, you know. It's so nice.
So we've got 150 grams of caster sugar in there, and we're just going to top it up with 100 grams of the strawberry and pistachio. Flavour our sponge with.
Julie Cook says, so sorry I'm late, I fell asleep by the pool, stop bragging. So wish I was near a pool.
It'd be nice if we had a pool at home today in this weather. Lovely, wasn't it?
Amanda Casey says that she's missing Harrison tonight. When she was in hospital, me and the nurse were watching him. He's so funny and adorable. Not when he's in the kitchen.
He's definitely very strong-willed.
Laura had to go and have a chat with him in the bathroom. I said to her, I could hear
that you
her.
probably heard. Very good at coming back and looking like nothing happened. Okay, so we're just going to put that in with our butter and give that a mix.
And they're just saying that they love watching you because you're so unflappable. And Debbie Hargreaves, I can't believe you don't know what Sniggle is. It's a shop for kids. A lovely lady has just said that she loves our shop. It's like a Smiggle for adults.
Adults, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to find who it was who said that. I can never say your name. Naik Anna? I don't know how you say it. Is John McFarland watching? Because she's just responded to John. I haven't seen him pop up. Is he just popping his nose in?
Not seen him about. Okay, so this sponge mix is really straightforward. We've done 250 grams of the stalk, 250 grams of the caster sugar and icing sugars. We did 100 and 50 grams of caster sugar and 100 grams of the strawberry and pistachio icing sugar to make up the 250. And then we're going to put in 250 grams of eggs, which is roughly 5 eggs. So I'm just going to weigh them out. So I've got large eggs, but if you use medium, it will be 5 eggs straight. If it's a little bit over, which is mine is, then I take out the egg white rather than the yolk. We'll just take a bit of it out. This is how I bake at home. Get the extra out. So we want it to be 250 or thereabouts. Doesn't matter if it's a little bit over, but
I'll take you up on that,
there
Julie.
we go.
Just send me a message, I'm on my way. Julie says, your next break is here in Portugal, Carol, but only if you bring my order with you. That's
Alright.
great.
Sounds like a
Like
plan.
that idea. You do know half of Sugar and Crumbs has just heard that, don't you? We can get private messages there, carry it over for you as well.
Okay, so add in all your eggs.
Yes, John has popped up. I missed him. Thanks, Elaine.
Am I running out of bowls already? Is that meant? That's a wet bowl. Yeah, run out. Oh, I use this one. I'll use this one.
I wondered what type of conversation breeder Arnold's having here. And then I realised she's talking about the surgeon at the hospital who's operated on Geraldine's dog. She said he's the one man I could be tempted to run away with. How's your baby feeling? And if she hadn't have put that sentence, I would have thought after the conversation about John popping up, she wants to go off with my job. You can have it.
And then
Baby
200.
is the dog.
Oh, the dog's called Baby.
No, Geraldine's baby.
Is
It's
the
a great game called
is the
Millie.
dog, right?
It's a one and only.
Okay, so 250 grams of self-raising flour is going in next. So you might just need to have a little scrape down the sides. So I'm not putting any essence in or anything because I've got my flavouring in my icing sugar that went in earlier. So add in the flour. Just give that a little stir in.
There you go, got a list of people now carrying your stuff to Portugal, Julie.
Okay. Okay, so we just need to beat that slowly. She says, turning it on fast. So we just want to mix the flour in till it's just combined. Okay, so next you need, I'm going to use this.
I've got your pan here.
I'm going to use that one for my other one. So this is my brownie tin that I usually use, which is about 9 by 9 inches. And I don't know what that is in centimetres, but Simon probably does. Do you, Simon?
Yes.
What is it? In centimetres.
125.
How much?
125 centimetres.
225. 9 inches.
9 inches in centimetres, not millimetres.
Oh, that's 22.5 then.
Right. Thank you, Simon. Simon on measurements.
Oh, but you were good girl, you nearly got it wrong, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was thinking
It was a
that's
test.
massive, that.
Simon likes to test me. I don't know whether anybody's noticed, but Simon likes to test me, so I like to test him back. I've learned.
I find Simon very testing at times.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you just need to line a tin like this one. So I'm just cutting into the corners. And I know that you've seen me do this hundreds of times. But that is the easiest way I find to line it, to get our corners in. Like so. And then we're going to add in our sponge mitts. So it's just a really easy sponge mitts.
Gina says cutting the paper to place in the tin is one of the best things she's learned.
Good.
For all the things we teach
All
you,
the things.
Gina.
And that's
All
the
the
best
things.
one.
Well,
Elaine Lawson says, Laura, I love the colour of your nails. I had mine done today and went for your mum's shade of pink as I couldn't make my mind up on anything else. Well, I've gone for a different pink.
You've gone for pink that matches your watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put the other oven on to bake my sponge in, but I have already made one, so we're just going to carry on straight from baking this to what it would be after you baked it. You can smell the pistachios in this.
It's nice, isn't it?
Okay,
So
so
this is
just
strawberry pistachio, ladies. If you haven't tried it, try it. And lots of you have got loads of flavoured icing sugar because you've all gone crazy in the sale. So you're well and truly stocked up, and we want to see you using it all.
definitely.
Got next month's wages to pay, girls. Come on. All 100 bags used this month.
Right, let's put that out of the way. I'm just going to put this open up a bit. Okay.
And Jilly Cook said she did your cookie cake again at the weekend and it was so yummy. Lots of
Good.
people have done the cookie cake.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
it's my husband's 40th in 2 weeks and he's having a cookie cake because he doesn't like cake. He's a bit crazy. Doesn't like cake. So yeah, he's
But he
having
likes
a
that
cookie
one,
cake.
though, doesn't he?
Oh, he loves cookies. He always says, "Don't bake anything. I don't want it." But then he won't stop eating it, and the kids will love it as well. So Harrison's going to be the decorator on it. I'm just going to get it made. Okay, so this is going in the oven on 180 for 30 minutes. So I'll put that in. I'm a bit worried about tripping on over this over that mat on camera. I do it all the time.
Well, that's why I put the mat over it.
Oh no, but it's when I'm wearing the flip-flops.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, so next we're going to move straight into our sponge. So when your sponge comes out of the oven, I would recommend putting it straight onto your serving plate or dish. Simon, can you pass me one of those serving plates, the heart or the black one?
What's that?
Yeah.
If it'll fit on there, we can make it work. Okay, so put your... So after it comes out of the oven, you need to let it cool completely before you move on to this stage. So peel off the paper. Can't get mentioned it. And put it onto your serving plate. Everyone's going to see me mess there now, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, that's why we put it down
The
there.
off-camera
so they can
mess.
see how much mess you make.
Look at that mess.
I'm only showing you the realness of what it's like. Okay, so I've got my chopping board. I just need to grab another knife and strawberries. Definitely need more knives. Okay, so have your sponge ready. I've got some strawberries which I'm going to decorate with, and I've got my meringues that I'm going to crush, and then I've got my other meringues baking, which won't hopefully be too much longer. So I can show you some good ones. Check them quickly.
We should have had it angled towards the oven.
Pardon? To the oven, yeah. Save looking at the size of me in there. Just see myself on there.
There's nothing else to show.
It's not actually very flattering.
They're done. Okay, so as I said before, strawberries and mascarpone work really nice. Ooh, that's because I already opened it before. Work really nice together. So you need 400 grams of mascarpone. So this is 250 in here. We're just going to flavour it with a little bit of the strawberry and pistachio icing sugar, just to give it some extra flavour. So that's going in there. So that's 250. And then my other one. So I want 150 of this, don't have to make it to 400, yeah. So go with half and a bit. If you want more mascarpone, then you could put all of it in if you just want more of a creamier top. And then I'm going to use 50 grams of the icing sugar. And we only really need to lightly beat this. We don't need to, we're just mixing the flavouring in and just getting it a little bit smoother. So 50 grams of the icing sugar. And that's going in there. So my meringues are ready. I can't remember whether I said that they were ready or not, but they are ready.
So Angie Bradbury, you've just got it so right. So just add water to the whipping it up for meringues and beat till stiff. So 250 grams of whipping it up and 100 mils of water. Is that right? No, 70 mils of
70
water.
mils of
Sorry,
tepid
70
water,
mils of
yeah.
water, yeah.
Okay, so just chop that in a little bit. See, I've learned something coming to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen, because I never used to chopping. I just used to make the cloud and dealt with it.
Can you use ricotta if you haven't got mascarpone?
Yes, you can,
Yeah.
if you want to, yeah. Well, I find that with strawberries, ricotta, mascarpone, if you want to use cream instead, it's entirely up to you. All of them will work well with this recipe. It's that summer flavourings. So we're just going to give that
So
whip.
Paula Perkins will be using your marshmallow recipe again to make some to sell for the Lyme Regis lifeboat this week.
No. Well, they'll sell out. So we just want to get that creamy.
And Elaine Walton's got the grandbabies coming tomorrow, so she thinks you've sold this recipe to her. So give it a go.
This one?
Yeah.
Yep, good. Okay, so what we're going to do is back onto the sponge. I've started to chop it here just because I wanted to give myself a little bit of an outline, but we're just going to chop a square, not going all the way to the edge because I don't want it to cave in, but the corner pieces will still get some.
It's going to be interesting how you're going to cut underneath, Laura.
Well, I'm just going to
do that magic trick.
I'm just going to do it with a spoon.
Right.
So I'm just making sure that I've cut halfway down. And I need another spoon. I thought I got all my pots and pans, but obviously not. And after all, hear the sound of my flip flops. We'll use that. Okay, so just going to use a spoon to take a layer off. So we don't want to take too much. And you can use the rest of the sponge just to eat it or make some cake pops.
Annette Lawson says, I've only started chopping in since watching Sugar and Crumbs. A very good tip, so kitchen isn't covered in icing dust. Yeah. I learnt the hard way many years ago, and then I just sort of did it all the time, and then I started saying it, and people used to say to me, "What do you mean chopping?"
Yeah.
So you'll even find it's on my recipes, chopping. I have somebody say, "What does chopping mean?"
Chopping. So it's not always easy to explain, is it, of things on the recipes?
And Angie Bradbury says, "Oh my God, I could bury my face in that cake, Laura. It looks very nice and moist. Looks yummy, yummy." What are you going to do with all the cast off sponge now, Laura?
Well, I've already said make cake pop so you can eat
You're not paying
it.
attention.
I wasn't
Obviously
paying attention. I was reading comments. Get my ladies back on track.
Okay,
Just
so
went a little bit off track. I've had to bring them all back in again, haven't I, girls?
so I don't know whether Simon, can you go a bit closer? So I've not taken out a lot. I don't know whether you can see on the edge. Just want a little bit taken out so
And
that
Molly
I've got
Thompson says
I've
all
got a
your
ring.
recipes look delicious, Laura.
God, I like to think so.
They always taste delicious.
Okay, so then we're going to chop. So I've got some bigger strawberries and some smaller strawberries, and I just think strawberries are so tasty and fresh at the moment. I had some spares, but Mum's at them.
Yes.
Good
sorry,
job. It's a good job I put some in a bowl, otherwise they'd be gone.
I did ask you.
Yeah.
What are you doing with them?
And what did I say?
You said that they're spares.
I said the spares. I'm taking them home.
Did you? Did you? Did you say you're taking them
I
home?
did, yeah. So alright, I've got some more at home. So I'm just going to thinly
I
slice
wanted to take them home.
the bigger
Well,
strawberries.
did you not think when I was putting them in the bowl what I was doing with them?
Well, I just knew that you were having them.
They're saying how lovely your cake looks, Laura. It looks lovely, and the cast-off bits would just be lovely with custard.
They would. There's always
Cake and custard is
there's
amazing.
always a use for something. So it's better to use bigger strawberries. Well, you can use smaller ones, but it'll just take you a bit more time to fill.
And they're saying you should have a little bakery shop. And I think if you weren't married to your husband, you would, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah. I often dream about it. Actually, I think how different my life would be if I wasn't married to somebody that didn't like cake.
Honestly, he's a nightmare. He freaking hates cake. He hates the smell of it, everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Never known a man moan so much.
But then his friends come round and they go, "Oh, what are you baking? Oh, can I have some? Is that a spare?"
What did he say to somebody once when you gave him something, and they were really chuffed, and he went, "You don't have to eat it if it's."
You don't have to eat it to make her feel better. It's like I don't think they are. I think they're just eating it because they like it.
Is the cake a Victoria Sponge recipe?
Yeah. So yeah, it's just I weigh it all out, so it's the same, and I find that weighing it all out, so that your eggs, butter, and sugar are all the same, that you do get a nicer, moister sponge. Spent many years making sponges and getting to one that I really like. But yeah, you can use this sponge recipe for other things as well. We're nearly there with the strawberries. So just fill in all my gaps like that. Then I'm just going to grab my meringues out of the oven and put them on this cooling tray.
Elaine wants to hide cake from Simon, otherwise he'll eat every bit of it. And Debbie Hargreaves says that you really are a good baker, and your cakes are fabulous, and now she knows how to avoid the cloud.
Thank you.
Yes, he's more of a savoury person, is our Ryan.
Yeah, likes packet of crisp.
Yeah, he'll eat crisp all day long, won't he?
Oh yeah, forgets that he's already had a packet. I'm just going to whip that up a little bit more. You just need to get this, it needs to be really spreadable, so the more creamy it is, the more easy it's going to be to spread on top.
Can you remind everybody the oven temperature for the cake?
Yeah, so I'll put the potato in the oven on 160.
And do you lay your eggs in the shell more?
No, I weigh them just in the bowl.
I've never done the shell method.
No, I don't really understand weighing them in the shell.
Just always weigh them in the bowl.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even weigh them in the bowl. What I'm talking about.
Just put them in.
I don't even care whether they're medium or large. They're going in.
To be honest, with most recipes, if it just says eggs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you just use an egg. It's not going to make a massive difference between the large and the small. But I just find with this sort of sponge, the more you can get close to the measurements, the better. So I'm just piling all that up
this
on
looks
top.
So good. You need to be making this.
This is very summery.
Laura's meringue cake the other week was delicious, but this looks good.
The other week? That was a while ago now.
A while ago.
So just push it all down on top of your strawberries. And once you've got that first layer down, can you see there? Alright, that jug's not in the way.
I'm on the overhead because the jug's in the way.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Move that out of the way. So once you've got the covering the strawberries, then it's easy to just take that middle section.
They're all loving the look of that, doesn't it? It looks nice and yummy, the sponge. The strawberries really out, but now you're going to put that frosting on there. That's really nice.
So it's a very light sponge as well, so it's not too heavy, even though I have filled it with lots of mascarpone, but
and because it's got mascarpone, we would store this in the fridge, won't we?
Yeah, it can be out of the fridge for a couple of hours, you know, if you had it on a serving plate in the middle of a table, but then when you know, after like 2 hours, I put it in the fridge if you're not.
And that's weather dependent as well. If it's really hot,
oh yeah, if it's really hot,
keep it in the fridge. In the
winter, but you don't really think about this country being really hot, do you?
No. Yeah,
so hit and miss.
If you're somewhere hot, maybe not. Maybe leave it out half an hour. But in this country, you can probably get away with it a bit longer.
So I'll get my little meringues.
So they want to know, do you have a sweet tooth, Simon? He did. It's gone now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
Gone.
Disappeared.
Fell out.
Yeah. You had the proper munchies last year though for a bit, didn't you, for sweet stuff?
Yeah.
How could you not, being here?
I know, no, but he's put himself on a strict diet.
Kicked it now.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm just mixing up my big and small ones. So this just gives it a bit of extra texture.
Well, Pat, it doesn't matter if your husband doesn't like strawberries. You can use other fruit if you want to. Mango would be delicious. You could use our, we haven't got mango and passion fruit. No, what are you using?
I've
got mango.
This is strawberry and pistachio.
Oh yeah. So you could use mango and passion fruit icing sugar, and then you could put slices of mango in. That would be lovely.
Yeah.
And could you put gelatine on it? Yes. I don't see no reason why not.
You could do in that square section.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. And then I'm just going to slice up a few strawberries. I'm going to put some on. Some little ones on.
And they're just saying like a flan, you could do that. Yeah, absolutely. Can't see any problem with that at all.
I did have loads of little ones, I thought.
I didn't eat all your little ones, Laura. I just ate your spares.
Can't see into my bowl.
Yeah, you could use peaches. That would be great. Peach Bellini now it's probably been sold out. So I would probably think it's all gone in the sale, so we haven't got that any longer. But you could use peach Bellini with one of the other flavours. I just think what you could pair it up with. So you could use peach as one of the other flavours. I'd probably put that with the mango and passion fruit as well.
So then I'm just going to take some of my meringues.
Anne said she doesn't care if her husband didn't like it. There's more for her.
Have we got a little rolling pin?
Oh, little rolling pin, you need to come round here.
Or a big rolling pin.
A big rolling pins are that.
Giant, aren't they?
Yeah, they're giants, aren't they?
Yeah. Little rolling pin here.
I don't know where Karen keeps them since we've changed the kitchen round. Sorry, we've changed the kitchen round. I don't know where anything is.
Have they not found? Oh no, that's.
I did see a little one before. Me and Simon had to have a good route through the cupboards before. I did. I'm sure I've seen.
No, is it in this cupboard here?
And I want this as well.
This cupboard? I don't know.
Like a guessing game.
I don't know where
Right.
it is. Karen and I have
I
changed
use
things
something.
around.
I'll just use the back of a
Use
spoon.
the back of the spatula. Oh. No, the wooden bit.
Oh. Well, that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Sorry, I said the back of spatula. I meant the wooden.
Yeah.
The back end of your spatula. The peonies are out of my garden. So every year, I don't know why I don't think about it, but I watch them all come up, I watch them all bloom, and then I watch them all flop straight to the floor. And I usually rush out and get some bamboo and tie them up. And then I didn't have any bamboo, and I don't know why, I don't know where it's all gone. So today I just went picking them up in the garden and thought, right, I can't let them die just yet. And put them all in a vase. They look lovely, don't they?
They do. Okay, so crushed strawberries. Get some of them on. Crushed strawberries. Crushed meringue. So this is just all adding a bit of texture.
That looks lovely, Laura. Who's going to give this one a go? That looks so pretty as well.
You could add like a few blueberries as well, or some raspberries if you wanted to. Just keep
I think
in
we
mind.
should do little comps, you know, Laura, you know when you come and bake?
Yeah.
I think we should do little comps where they all have to do it. What do you think of that, lady? Should we set up little competitions? I'll just send myself an email to remind myself that I've come up with that cracking idea. So,
And then lastly, let's give it a little dust. And there we go, it's our strawberries.
yeah, I like that.
Oh, I've got some blueberries there, but they're for my next
I
one.
can do this now.
I've got a few. We'll just
So
leave
do we
it
like
like that.
that idea? Should I put up some little competitions every time Laura bakes something? See who
Apart
can
from
make
I'm
it.
not here at the summer.
Pardon?
Apart from I'm not here over
Well,
summer.
no, they'll have 2 weeks to make it. So what they could do is we could put this up as a comp tomorrow, and when you're back in 2 weeks' time, we could draw it then.
Yeah.
And they say,
Okay, so should we have a little chop
yeah,
in?
I think that's nice. You're going to
Different sort of chopping.
Are you going to cut into it? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
What's Sam going to do for photos then?
Oh. Well, you can have like a little chop part.
Okay, a little chop part, Simon. To be fair, no, cut it because we need to cut it with the picture in the end.
So I would cut that into 9 probably. So I just want to show you the layer inside.
Yeah.
Just cut the
So
just cut a square out the corner.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Is that alright, Simon?
That's okay. I'll let you do that.
Let me cut into my own cake.
There we go. Oh,
There we go.
look
You
at
see
that.
the front camera. So we've got our
That is
strawberry
nice.
centre. So obviously the more you cut into the middle bit, if I show you that side as well.
Right, the duster that Laura just used is made by Oxo, not in Oxo cubes, but it's
Okay.
like that. They make kitchen
How
tools.
cute it looks.
That looks lovely, Laura.
Oh, it's making
Yummy,
me
yummy, yummy.
it's making me feel hungry looking at it
I
on
know.
that camera.
I know. I know. I think we might have to have a tiny little tester of that.
Well, not till after pictures.
That's after photographs now.
Yeah.
But you can get them on Amazon. They're called Dusting Wand by Oxo. Absolutely lush. And a lot of you seem to like the idea that we'll do a little comp. So I'll set one up tomorrow to see who makes these bakes, okay? And then I'll set it up as a post. And then what we can do is when Laura's in next time, we'll pick a winner. And then Laura's away for the summer. Do you know when you're going away, Laura? Will you be back again before you go away?
Yeah, the 15th I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wash the floor quickly.
So she's back again. Then we'll have to wait and start the whole thing again in September because she's away for the summer. Or do we get you in again after that?
After the summer?
After the 15th? Or are you gone then?
No, I'm gone then the week.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wash this.
Yeah. And that's so easy to make, ladies. Come on, we need to see you make it. Take photographs of it. And so when you see you make it, and tell us what you think it tastes like, because I have to say it smells amazing. And adapt it as well. So, you know, if you want to do a black cherry one, there's nothing stopping you making cherries on the top. If you want to do peaches, you could use one of the other flavours. I think What would go well with the peaches? There's so many flavours. Have a look at it. If you want to do the passion fruit.
I think like peach and raspberry.
We haven't got peach and raspberry.
No.
Oh, use the raspberry flavour.
You could do peaches with raspberry flavouring.
Yeah, use the raspberry ripple one, that would be good, yeah.
The peach melba sort of vibe.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay, so we're going to get on to our crumble tray bake, which I've got my notes here. So we're going to start with a bowl, if I've got any left.
You do seem to manage to use every bowl, don't you, Laura?
I lose track of what I'm actually using.
What you're doing there.
Right, can I have that tin, please? You don't know what I'm doing?
Yeah, what are you tipping?
I had a bit of meringue there. I'm trying to.
She used all the bowls.
I've used all the bowls that I thought I wasn't going to need.
I'm
trying to reuse. This is what I do at home. I'd just give it a quick rinse and I'd go again.
Oh.
And that's the same with my mixer. I only have one mixer. I don't have 3 bowls. Okay, so we're going to start with the base of this one. So I'll just lift this up a little piece. This is dirty now as well. Okay, got a knife over here. So the crumble one, so this is lemon and blueberry.
Take it, so
It's lemon and blueberry with a crumble top, but it's also got an oat base.
Oh, we like that. Look at that. Oh, yummy,
So
yum, yum.
you've got the texture on the top, you've got a nice soft sponge with fruit in the middle, and then it's got an oaty base as well.
Crumble and tray bake in one.
So, yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, so let's put that out of the way. So the first thing you need to do is get some oats, which I've got here. Just bring my container of oats from home. Where's that scales gone?
Laura, are the recipes on the website?
No, they're not, but they will be in the morning. The meringue kisses recipe for the whipping it up, that's already on the website.
But the cakes are not on.
But the cakes are not on, but they will be in the morning. I've got a free day tomorrow, so no excuses.
It's on the screen now. You know
It will
what to
be
do,
there.
Laura.
Yes. Is it this side? But they're not there. But that's where you'll find them tomorrow. Okay, so
A few ladies have said they've gained half a stone just watching this tonight.
Yeah. So you need 200 grams of oats. So these are just porridge oats that I'm using, same as what I'd use for flapjack, or sometimes I use it for a cheesecake base, depending on what flavour I'm doing. So 200 grams of them, and then 100 grams of melted butter, which I melted beforehand.
And what if they don't like oats?
If you don't like oats, then you don't have to have this base. You can either not have a base and just have the sponge with the crumble topping. I think this would be really nice served hot with some custard or with some ice cream on top or a little bit of cream, and it's just giving that little extra lift. But you don't have to have it if you don't like oats, but if you do, winner. Okay, so 200 grams of oats, 100 grams of melted butter in there, and then we're going to add into that 50 grams of our icing sugar. So I'm just going to use my butter bowl. So I'm flavouring all my sections apart from the crumble top. So 50 grams of this. That's going in with the oats. Just give that a good stir together. And then we're going to bake this base for 10 minutes first while we're making the sponge centre. So once you've got them ready, grab your tin. So this one's a little bit smaller than the last one, but is that one that I've used? Yeah. Yeah. Have you got your tape measure? This side. Tell you what size pan I've used. I'm sure your ladies are just like me at home. I have different pans that I use for different things, but they're all pretty much similar size, but for some reason I just like them. So this is just under 24 centimetres, so just a little, I would say 9 by 9 inches. So was you wrong about that size of that other tin? What did you say, 25? Interesting.
What, 225?
When you the other size of my other tin.
Yeah.
So again, we're just cutting this for size.
Don't worry if you hit the angry emoji, just follow it with a love heart and it'll cancel it out.
I do that all the time. But
what, did you hit that? I don't understand.
It's because of my nails. I can't, when I'm trying to type stuff, I can't seem to type when I've got nails on.
So, yeah, but the angry is one end and the love heart's the other end.
What's next to the angry then?
A crying face. And there's a wild face, a laughing face, a care face.
I don't know how I do it.
I don't know.
But I know that I have done it and then I had a big panic.
So Caroline Croft said, how do you come up with all your recipes, Laura?
Well,
10 minutes before the show, she just made something up.
what I tend to do is I have recipes that are my go-to recipes all the time. I'm always making brownies, always making cookies. But when I'm making something, I always think this would be nice with this, or this would be nice with that. And it's just more about what I'm feeling at the time. Like with this strawberry and mascarpone one, it's just thinking about summer, thinking about strawberries, thinking about meringues, that like eat and mess sort of feel. And then I was thinking I want to do it with a tray bake, I want it to be a sponge, I want it to be soft. So it's kind of putting bits of different recipes together and then coming out with something. So I absolutely love crumble, but my husband always says we can't have crumble in the summer. So, but you can have your...
I can't have crumble in the summer.
Because it's hot.
It's weird,
You
isn't it?
don't like roast dinners in the summer either, so I'm like, how can I make a roast dinner look summery? So it's like, it's always things like that when I'm thinking of different things to make. And then also things that have been popular. I do a lot of testing on people that come round and usually made something. I'm like, try this, see what you think. And yeah, and then I show you the good ones. So once you've got your tin ready, you need to get your oats in there. And we're going to bake this on 160 as well. Best check that other sponge actually.
So we're just going to say hello to Tony O'Grady from Australia. So she said it's raining down under. It's lovely and warm here, so I'm very pleased with that. It's been a hot day today, hasn't it? Very.
It's been hard work.
I was talking about you in the
27
live.
degrees in my flat.
I know, I was talking about you in the live today. I said, I'm hot here with the door open. I don't know how Simon's coping.
My house is really hot. Okay, so we just need to flatten that out. And we're just going to partly bake it now, just so that it starts to tighten together and hold its shape before we put this sponge on. Partly the reason why this is because I love flapjack and I love crumble, and I just thought, can I get it to work together? And I like a lot of texture as well in my desserts. That's how we've ended up with this recipe. Okay, so once you've got that flattened out, that's going into the oven. So the oven's set on 160. I'm just going to put that in for 10 minutes. And then we're going to carry on with our sponge. So we need 80 grams of melted butter, which I did earlier. So that's going to go straight into the bowl. I'm going to use these for my eggs. And then we need 200 grams of our lemon drizzle icing sugar.
just saying how strange your husband is. Yeah, he's strange, isn't he? He's got some funny ideas, as our
He never watches this, so don't worry.
Yeah, no. He does have some funny ideas. I sit there going on at him, going, Ryan, what on earth are you thinking?
Okay, so 200 grams of the lemon drizzle icing sugar going in. I'm sure I brought some extra spatulas. Have I used them all already?
What?
Extra
Spatulas?
spatulas. I don't know how many I'm using here. I know we use this one.
And Tony's saying that they're back in lockdown in Australia. Oh, are you back in lockdown on the Gold Coast there, Tony? Because you're where my daughter is, aren't you?
So just give that a little stir just to combine some of that icing sugar from making a cloud.
I was saying to Adele she needs to go and get a COVID jab, and she said, oh, we don't need to because we can't leave Australia. I said, it doesn't matter. It's coming to get you. Go and get it. So she said, no. She said, I'll see you lot in 3 years when you've got 2 heads. But I was telling John in the car, and John said, yeah, well, at least we'll all look the same.
Yeah.
She'll look the odd one out.
I had my second vaccine the other day.
2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what John said.
I could actually do with a few extra arms, to be honest.
That's exactly what he said. 2 heads are better than 1.
Another couple of arms, I'd get loads more done, wouldn't I? Imagine how much stuff I could bake in one go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give that a mix. And then we need 2 eggs. Oh, I never like it when the eggs come out with some little red bits.
I know you're the same as me.
Oh, get them out. Don't want them ruining my cake.
No. I know, I always say this, whenever there's any, like, you get the little red bits or anything in your egg, I always take it out. But in the factories they don't, they just crack eggs and throw them in, don't they?
Yeah,
Shell and all.
I don't like to think about what they're doing.
No.
In my house I will not give you any red bits. You'll be safe in the knowledge of knowing. So 2 eggs. So they're now going in. So I find by melting the butter in this recipe, it gives it a much smoother batter. So we're adding in the eggs, and then have I got another bowl?
Another what?
A bowl.
Another bowl.
I'm going to use this one. I don't know.
How many bowls have you got at home?
I use like 2. I just keep using them. I'm just going to keep reusing my bowl. So 200 grams of 20 grams of plain flour.
Yeah, so the Gold Coast, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth and Brisbane is all on lockdown. We need to have a chat with her though, don't we? Go and get your vaccine, Tony. Don't worry about it. Dale was saying that you Australians don't agree with the vaccine, but seriously, go and get it. I was quite pleased to read in the paper that they're going to be giving out boosters for certain people here. I think they should.
Was oldies.
Those oldies, yeah.
Right,
And we're second on the list, aren't we? It's the oldies first. We're the second lot of oldies.
So 220 grams of plain flour, and then to that I'm just going to add 3/4 full of a teaspoon. Just give that a stir in.
Laura, did you make coconut pyramids with coconut sponge?
Coconut pyramid.
I don't know what they are.
I'll have to Google that. I'll have a look. Okay, and then we're going to add in. So I'm just using a little yogurt because I forgot my big pot of yogurt at home. But luckily Mum had some yogurt here.
I know, I wondered what John was doing, running off with
I
the
know, I was
yogurt.
like, have you got yogurt? Because I forgot to bring it. And grab a big spoon. Down to the last spoon as well.
Pardon?
Down to the last spoon, yeah. So
There's a dishwasher full of clean ones there.
Okay, so you need 2 tablespoons of yogurt. So it's just plain Greek yogurt. Throw it in
I'm
there.
going to put this cake in the fridge for a minute.
Okay. Mix that in. And then into that we're going to add in the flour and baking powder mix. So by the time you've got all this ready, your oats should be ready to come out of the oven so that you can then get your sponge on top. This is quite a quick,
Was
easy
that baking powder
tray-bake.
or bicarb?
Baking powder.
Baking powder.
A little chop in there again.
All right, there you go. Tracy said they are dome cakes with jam and coconut sprinkled over. I know what you mean. They look like those puddings you can have with custard as well.
Still blank.
They are small, nice individual buds. Excuse me. Let me put some from them.
Okay, so scrape that down once that's all mixed in. And then to that you're going to add in the blueberries. So I normally use 100 grams, but this I had to rush by these on the way here and they're 150, so I'm just going to put all of them in because I do like blueberries. So just put them in at the last bit and just fold them in. And what I like about blueberries when you cook them is that they burst open and you get all that nice juiciness.
Yeah.
Oh, we said that exactly the same time. We're like, juiciness.
So are you all enjoying what Laura's making tonight? Hope you all are. I know I've asked you to come back on track a few times, but so I think she's always been. Eh? Oh, we've learnt about everything on here tonight and every conversation going on. So
okay, so I'm going to put that there.
It's a Thursday night, Monday and Thursday night catch up, have a chat night. And Laura's baking a little heart out.
Yeah.
Yes. A Tushashar, yes. See, it's all the ones who've not talking that are saying yeah, because they're watching.
Okay. So I'm just putting that on there so we don't burn.
Antonia Regan, yes, it's fabulous. A Tushashar, yeah. Anne Meacher, yeah, lovely. Linda Williams. Look at all these names popping up now. See, these are all the quiet ones paying attention, Laura.
Yeah, good. Well, I'll enjoy seeing all your pictures.
Yeah, so I'll set up a little competition tomorrow, and then what we'll do is we'll have it up for 2 weeks, which gives you plenty of time to do your bake. I'll put it on the page that we're on now, so it's the business page. So I'll put it on there. It gives you 2 weeks to do your bake, and what you need to do is, well, I'll tell you what the rules will be anyhow, but you'll need to bake it, and then you need to put a little card in front of it with your name and the date you baked it.
Yeah.
That stops anybody nicking pictures off Google.
Or my picture.
Yeah, so
I'll know it's mine. Okay, so spread out your sponge across there, right into the corners.
So Louise Williams says her blueberry bush is absolutely blooming this year, so she might give this a try. No. Could you use raspberries instead of blueberries? Can't see no reason why not.
Yeah, lemon and raspberry goes really nice together.
Yeah, because you're using the lemon flavoured icing sugar, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, the lemon and raspberries are delicious. Jenny Morwood says she's loving it.
Okay, so we're going to do our crumble now. So we're doing 120 grams of plain flour. And then I'm going to do 60 grams of caster sugar.
They're all saying how they love your lives, love watching everything that you make, and quite a few ladies are going to give it a go. So I'll get the comp up. In fact, I'll get it up tonight after the live while I remember. I've sent myself an email to remind myself.
It's just if she reads it.
How goes that? So Elaine Lawson says, I think she means how does Laura use the oats for a cheesecake, please?
So instead of doing a biscuit base, I do an oat base.
There you go.
So just do the same quantities of what you would use your biscuits and butter, but just in oats and butter. And then I do add in a little bit of sugar just to sweeten it.
So Sophie, the flavour in the icing used in the sponge is lemon drizzle. And all these lovely names are popping up now who've been watching. They've not been chatting away, they've been watching. So we've got Linda Slater there, Mandy Stevens, Emma Horses, which is Harlem Horses, Julie Morey, Karen Hardwick, Audrey Smith, Helen Miles.
Okay. So where's my crumble? There it is.
Sylvia Anderson. See, all the good girls, naughty girls.
Okay.
They're all saying you're very calm when you bake, Laura, and you should do a cookbook. Well, we're actually working on a cookbook, so Laura's recipes will be going in there, so don't worry. Antonia, do you remember Antonia? She's making it for me.
Okay, so we've got 60 grams of butter going in here as well. Which I'm just going to chop up a little bit more to go in here. And it needs to be soft, this, so that you can rub it in. Could do with a bigger bowl, really, but
why do you go onto the thing and get a bigger bowl?
It's alright. I'll put that sponge in there now. I don't need that.
I can look at Laura reusing the bowls while her mum's here.
I'm just thinking about who's doing the washing up when we're finished.
Yeah, me.
Okay, and then you just need to get in like you do with your normal crumble. Get all that.
And Teresa Tyne Smith has not said a word, and she said she's a good girl.
You just need to get all this rubbed in. Yeah, I'll put, when I do put the recipe on, I'll put a few different combinations that you could use with this recipe. And then you've got a couple of choices for the fruit and the flavouring.
So Jamie Stott says, Morrison sell an oaty biscuit under their own name, and she uses it for a base. They're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are working on a cookbook. To be fair, we've been asked for years to do a cookbook, and I just always said no to it, simply because I would have to be the one to write it. And as I can't spell, I didn't think it was a good idea. I did sign up for some book club to have some advice, and they mithered me to death over it. And I thought no. And then John put the poo-poo on it when he confirmed I definitely can't spell. But anyhow, Antonia can. So
yeah.
She's offered to do it.
We've got help.
So, but what she needs us to do is check all the recipes and then make sure we get the amazing pictures off Simon.
Yeah.
So we will have it out by the end of the year, don't worry.
Oh,
what?
Putting a time limit on it.
Yeah. No, I've got a meeting with Antonia next week.
Okay, so we're just going to get our crumble topping on. So I like a nice layer of crumble. I don't like it a stingy bit of crumble. I like it to be nicely coated. Get it all over, cover all the fruit. Nothing worse than getting a crumble when you've not got all the crunchy bits on the top, is there?
I think the crunchy bits are really nice, aren't they?
Yeah, I do. Right, and then I'm going to put this in the oven now. So this is going to go in for 35 minutes, and we're looking for it to come out nice and golden like that. So I'm going to put that in now. So just be careful because it will still be a bit hot underneath.
So Mandy Harvey says she roasted some fresh rhubarb today to make a crumble tomorrow. What flavour icing would you add with it to sweeten and add a little flavour to it? It's a shame it's not winter because cinnamon swirls up for sale. So cinnamon swirl would be lovely.
Vanilla would be really nice.
And vanilla would be really nice with it, yeah. What else would go with rhubarb?
Apple.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about that. It's a shame it's not winter because the
Yeah,
apple crumble one would be great
yeah.
with it.
Okay, just have a quick tidy up here. And then, so just bring back the other sponge to say that it did get cooked. That was the other sponge that we cooked tonight.
Yeah.
Nice and golden.
Oh, like or... The thing is, it makes that noise even for a little tiny thing that you can't see. Because I go over to it expecting it to have some big fly in it. It's generally never got anything in it.
Big mosquito or something. Yeah. And then when it comes out of the oven, you can with this one you can eat it straight from the oven. So serving this, or even if it's gone cold now like this one, you could warm it up for a minute in the microwave, put it in a bowl with some custard or some ice cream or a little drizzle of cream on top, so you can have that as a afternoon tea snack, or you could have it as a dessert after. So it's a double dessert, not just a tray bake. Oh, the other one's in the fridge, isn't it? So yeah, so that's in there now for 35
when we take
minutes.
pictures of this, we're going to put some of the ice cream on. I did say the cinnamon swirl is on sale. I meant was on sale. So I don't know how much of it we've got left now, but the sale's finished now. So
this is crumble. So when you need to let it cool slightly just to be able to lift it off the paper to put it onto your tray, and it is very crumbly on the top and the bottom, but I just think it makes it look nicer. So there we go.
Yeah, and rhubarb would
that's
look
what
nice
you're going
in
to
the
get.
other cake, Laura.
Yeah. So should we get the other one back out, and then that's it. I've done everything. Really.
Kathy Eaton, I wonder what she wrote here. The bin would go lovely with rhubarb. So I thought that's a bit blunt, a bit brutal, Kathy, for you. And then she said, I'm sorry, but I dislike rhubarb. Oh, I love rhubarb. So look at these two lovely desserts, ladies. So you've got two lovely tray bakes here, absolutely different, absolutely delicious, different as well. I think I could just eat this on its own. Yeah. And then that one with custard, I'd have to have custard.
Yeah, all right, some of our homemade ice cream with our icing sugar.
Or flavoured fresh cream.
Yeah.
If any of you have ever flavoured your fresh cream, I'm almost sure none of you will go back to plain cream again. So who flavours their fresh cream? Because it's delicious with our flavoured icing sugars.
Me. Hands up.
We do have a ginger flavoured icing sugar, but it's only in the winter, unfortunately. There we go. So what time is it now, Laura?
9:30.
Oh, we've done. We're early, so we've done, ladies.
Well, I thought after I overwhelmed me, you, everybody last week from the donut and dips, we'll just keep it quiet tonight. So this will just take a little bit more effort because of the meringues on top, but you could pre-make your meringues a few days before, and then the cake's a lot quicker to make. Yeah. And then this one you've got is quite an easy, just on top mix.
And your meringues as well, you can make them weeks before and put them in the freezer. They're absolutely fine. And you can also leave them in an airtight container, but they'll never stay there because you'll just keep eating them. They're absolutely delicious. So I hope you've really enjoyed tonight. Thank you to those who stayed on track. And thank you to everybody for watching. And thanks, Simon, with your ginger beard. And thank you, Laura, as per usual, for coming over and showing your recipes. Laura's going to get these on the website tomorrow, and I'll put the competition up tonight so that you're all ready for when Laura comes in next time, and we'll pick a winner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we might put a poll up. Depends how many people do it, actually. See who wins. Goody good. So thanks everyone for joining us, and we will see you in the morning with Karen. Does anybody know what Karen's making tomorrow? No?
I don't know.
She's not giving anything away in the kitchen.
No. Free from something tomorrow. So she'll be here tomorrow, and we'll see you there 11:30. All right then, ladies. Have a nice night. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Bye.
Bye.